Hi Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with another Victoria Marie challenge. For today's challenge, since it is April Fool's Day, we are going to kind of change things up a little bit. So here I'm just showing you these photos of my three boys that I took of them right before Christmas, and I am using the pink paisley, I think it's the C'est La Vie collection. But okay, so let's talk about our challenge. Our challenge today, we thought it would be kind of fun to scrapbook with girly colors if you have boys, and boy/masculine colors if you have girls. And we just thought this would be kind of something different to go along with the April Fool's Day kind of theme, and to make the challenge a little bit more fun. So, if you have boys, we want to see pink and purple layouts, ladies, which is kind of harder to scrapbook girl colors with boys when you have boys than it is to scrapbook your girls with boy colors. So, but I'm really excited, and I had a lot of fun with this challenge. Here I just bought some unique products. If you haven't tried them, you need to. They're so much fun. They are kind of pricey, but they're fun. So I just bought some unique products, and in the products came this purple, what is it, tissue paper, and I was like, oh, this will be perfect on my layout. Or on a layout. So I saved it, and then when I saw these photos and thought of this challenge, I was like, yes, that is totally what I'm going to use. I'm going to mount my photos on this tissue paper. So that is what I'm doing here. And I'm just kind of cutting it and kind of tearing it just so that it doesn't look extremely perfect. I didn't want clean lines. I just wanted it to be a fun little addition to the photos. And I do like that the paper, the tissue paper, has a black kind of floral on it, or I don't know if it's a floral or if it's just like a swoosh or something like that. So here I'm just cutting out two of these cut apart pieces, and that first one that I cut apart says "Stay focused," which I thought was funny because if you can tell, that first photo is very forced of my boys. Like, the two on the ends, my oldest and my youngest, they are very much like cheese, like robot, and just not happy about this photo, right? And my Brennan in the middle he's not as bad as his brothers, but he's still kind of not being his normal, everyday, real smile, right? So I thought that was kind of funny to put that little cut apart up there at the top that said "Stay focused." Okay, so now here I'm just kind of cutting apart pieces. I had some scraps of the tissue paper, so I thought maybe I would add it to the left side there as an accent piece. And I like that, and I'm kind of just playing around with the placement of everything, trying to figure out how exactly I want it to go on the layout. And this second cut apart piece says "Always loving you," and I just thought that was perfect because even though they pulled that funny, very forced face that first time, I still think it's just such a funny photo, and it totally just shows their personalities. Like, okay, mom wants us to smile, so geez. So yeah. Okay, I also pulled out some of these hearts, and I don't remember exactly who those are from. I think it is from the C'est La Vie. Yeah. I think they are from Pink Paisley C'est La Vie collection. And here I'm going to use these Amy Tan clear stickers, alpha stickers, for the title. And I'm just going to write out, "Oh, these boys." And at first, I'm just kind of placing them on there. This isn't how they're going to end up on the layout because there's not enough room for them to be that far apart. But this is just how I start thinking about the title. So then let's see, what else am I doing? So you can see I did cut out the middle of that very back chevron paper. because I absolutely love that paper, and I didn't want to use it all on this one layout, especially since you aren't really even going to see it. But I did want to use it in the background to kind of add that pink color in there. So here I'm just gluing down the white paper, and that is a close to my heart 12 by 12 paper. And then I'm going to glue down this strip of tissue paper, and here I have my Tombow Aqua glue in my fine line bottle, and I don't like these fine line bottles because I have to squeeze them so hard to get them out, and in the end it wasn't even coming out, so I had to just grab the actual bottle of it in my drawer. So there I have it glued down, and then I'm going to glue down this pink paper with the kind of, I think it's hexagons on there. And then I'm going to start gluing down my photos. And I kind of play around with the placement. I couldn't really remember exactly how I had it, and I wanted to make sure I had enough room for the title. So I'm just going to kind of play around with the placement of them really quick. And then I'm going to glue down those two cut apart pieces. And now I'm going to put the title on. And I'm going to start with boys first. And then I'm going to decide that once I start working on the word these, that I don't really want them to be all just kind of set in their own space. I wanted them to kind of overlap. So I decided to start making them overlap and kind of look a little wonky because this is how they are. They're not perfect. They're boys being boys, and yes, they will take photos for me, but they don't always want to. So I didn't want it to be completely perfect as the title. I added another one of those hearts, and then I'm going to add this piece of tissue paper up there at the top, and I'm going to put this us wood veneer up there as well, and then I'm pretty much done. I am going to do some journaling as well as some misting. Oh, I forgot that I had decided to cut out this other cut apart piece, and it has this arrow with flowers inside of it, and then it also says start here. And I just thought that added a little bit more, I don't know, excitement to the page. I did forget to ink the edges though, so that kind of bothers me now that I'm looking at the layout. And I forgot to ink the edges on that pink piece of paper as well. But oh well, I can always go back and do that. Okay, so here what I am thinking about doing is I had these numbers from, I believe this was the hip kit, and I had like numbers 2, 0, 5, and then 4. I didn't have a 1, but I took these photos in 2015, and so I was thinking maybe I could just put the year, and that would be, that would be kind of cool looking. I didn't end up liking it, and so I just put them away. So here I'm going to glue down this start here cut apart. And then let's see, what am I going to do next? I'm going to kind of fiddle around with those layers, and I think that I'm done. So I'm kind of going to clean up a little bit, but then I'm like, oh wait, I want to do some misting. So I pull out my Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Amethyst, and I'm going to put that in 3 different places on the layout. And then I also have this pink that is homemade. I just used some Martha Stewart paint and added water to it. And I'm just going to add a little bit of pink to that. And now I'm thinking, okay, I'm done. But then I'm like, oh, you know what? I do actually want to do some journaling on here. So I pull out one of my pens, my journaling markers, and the journaling that I decide to write says, the first photo, I told the boys to smile and be normal. Quote unquote normal. The second photo, I said, poop, and they laughed and gave me their real smiles. Ha ha, such silly boys. So I don't know if you guys that have boys have to do stupid things like that for your boys to make them smile their real smiles. But my boys, you have to say a funny word, like a gross word, like fart or poop, and then they're their normal, happy, smiling selves. So anyway, make sure that you come on over to the Victoria Marie Facebook group to check out our challenge and all the other layouts. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.